Westuhal min Freon and welcome to yet another video. As the comics matter with your boy Zag, my favorite YouTuber, always says, it's not funny, it's not fun. Please look at the screen and we've got yet another example of a huge swap that is going to be done in Hollywood. This time HBO Max's Constantine series, which reportedly is casting this actor. I can't possibly pronounce his name as John Constantine. Now, for those of you who don't know, Hellblazer, whose protagonist, the main character, is John Constantine, is probably one of the best supernatural, magic, dark, horror, fantasy comic books published by DC Comics, but mostly and mainly it's imprint Vertigo since the 1980s, when the character was devised by Alan Moore in the Saga of the Swamp Thing, and then the initial series was written by Jamie Delano. And of course, throughout the years, many famous writers were writing the comic book, and many famous artists contributed with their art to bring John Constantine, the occultist detective, to life on the pages of comic books. Now, of course, there was a movie, an American film made, just simply called Constantine, and he was portrayed by Keanu Reeves. But who John Constantine originally was, and has always been in comic books, he was a British man who was very pale, very ragged looking, and very, very blonde with very, very blue eyes. And he has been this way for over 30 years, maybe close to 40 already. And this just makes you think, do the Hollywood people just want to annoy us on purpose? Of course, it is being done deliberately, but I've got this comparison. Do you know when a child tells you a bad joke and you have to laugh because you don't want to look like a complete nitwit, but in fact you are extremely annoyed by this particular child? And sometimes the child really says a very, very funny joke and you laugh. And then, because you laugh, the child says the joke again, and it's genuinely funny. And you laugh again because you just remember how funny it is. But then, the child starts repeating the same joke over and over and over again. And when you hear one and the same joke every day for years, of course the joke stops being funny. And this is exactly what Hollywood people are doing. The one and the same joke that we are laughing at, all the swappings, the race swappings, the gender swappings, sexuality swappings of the different established characters that have been happening for the last couple of years, it has just stopped being funny. It's not funny anymore. It's just strange. Well, but let's look at the article first. HBO Max's Constantine series reportedly eyeing Gangs of London star... I just won't try to pronounce his name. HBO Max's upcoming series following DC's John Constantine appears to be circling Gangs of London's this guy for the show's lead role. HBO Max may have found its new John Constantine, but now at this point it's not a rumor anymore because this is all over the internet at the moment of a recording of this video. According to the Illuminati, the streaming service is eyeing British Nigerian actor this name to play DC's offbeat anti-hero. He previously appeared in The Huntsman, Winter's War, His House and Silent Night, among other films over the past decade. The actor also starred in a number of British TV series, including The Halcyon and Gangs of London. HBO Max first announced the new Constantine series in February 2021, also revealing the show would be developed by J.J. Abrams' productions company, Bad Robot. Oh, J.J. Abrams! One of the blokes who contributed to the complete and utter destruction of Star Wars. Alright, fine. And some people would argue that also to the destruction of Star Trek. Around the same time, reports claimed the series would be a darker, more horror-centric take on the character, and that the production would seek a BIPOC actor in the lead role. Yeah, and we don't really care. Oh, this is actually what I said before. John Constantine was first introduced in 1985 Saga of the Swamp Thing, issue 37 by creators Alan Moore, Rick Veitch, Steve Bissett and John Totleben. The cynical British occult detective with a heart of gold spun off into his own solo series in 1988 with John Constantine Hellblazer, originally written, as I said, by Jamie Delano and illustrated by John Ridgway. Hellblazer would go on to become a core title of DC's now defunct Vertigo Comics imprint. I said that as well. And now they are talking about the fact that it will begin filming because it had to be postponed, I think, because of... Did it? Was it? No. I thought it had to be postponed because of the world reasons that were very, very, very bad even a year ago, or so people thought. All right. So what do you think about this millionth, billionth, gazillionth, gazillionth swapping that is being done to, our favorite characters? I must admit that this really is quite concerning. And not only because John Constantine is one of my very favorite comic book heroes, or anti-heroes rather, and the original and initial run of Hellblazer is, in my eyes, one of the best, comic books ever written. But also that the Hollywood seems to go on with this, and they don't seem to be able to stop. We see it all over the place in The Rings of Power, in all the Marvel films, and even in historical TV shows and historical films. Historical characters, existing people who lived once in the past, are being swapped in an absolute nonsensical way, like Jarl Håkon in the Vikings The Valhalla series. So, as long as this continues, the history is going to be, kept being rewritten, and the culture is going to be rewritten, and culture is going to be spoiled, and by this we are getting to an ultimate doom and destruction. So let me know in the comments down below what you think, and that'll be all. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm out of here.